Hey, it's Josh here from Yorkshire Aquascapes, your local water feature specialist. And today we're talking water fountains. Okay, I'm here down in Northamptonshire on a lovely dry December day. And I've actually come to collect some parts. So this is where my supplier's based. This is where Mark and Charlotte are based at Any Pond Limited. So this is where I come down. I love coming down here because they're actually in the middle of redoing this whole area into a massive display. So you can see the pond behind me, a few parts. So right now, there's rocks everywhere, there's parts everywhere, but I love coming down here to meet them both, talk about all things water features and ponds. And also, one of the biggest things, I get to come and spend some time in the sand pit. So I'm going to show you this now. This is where all that hard work, all the practice happens, and where really we craft our art. So when you think about water fountains, water features, they're not easy, they take time, they take so much practice, and where better place than here to come and practice. You've got the sand, so you can redo things, you can dig things back out, but this is where you just practice those finishing touches. So you can see there's some on display now, some of the urns and some of the wall features. I'll talk you a little bit more through some of the offerings that we've got that we can do. I'll tell you about some of the sizes as well, because that's one question I keep getting, is regarding the sizes of the different features. So I'll be able to talk you through and show you what we've got. Okay, first things first, let's talk about sizes of some of the water fountains. So let's go and measure up and see how tall they are compared to me. Right now you've seen the sand pit, you've seen some of the fountains in action. Let's have a little go digging our own, and I'm going to do a small stacked slate urn fountain right in the sand here. Going to add the fire add-on kit. Let's get a light involved as well. Let's do the full build, and I'll show you how to do that. Done the digging. That's probably the hardest part of this job, really. So we've put the aqua basin. This is the aqua basin 30. So this unit holds about 27 gallons of water. It's got just over 100 litres of water. So that's buried underground in this reservoir. So really with the fountains, it's just a constant supply from the pump up through the fountain and back down. So this captures all the water. So really low maintenance. And these are really solid things, so you can put anything on top of these. You can put rocks, decorations, pebbles. You can even plant around it and on it, so make them look really, really natural. So now the next part, let's go get the fountain and I'll show you how to assemble that. Okay, I've got the small stacked slate urn. So this actually comes apart into 3 pieces, which I'll show you now. But in terms of size, I'll show you if I stand next to this. It's still a reasonable size to say it's our smallest one. It's 80 centimetres high, just over 80 centimetres high, by 50 centimetres diameter. So you still get a really nice, quite proud and tall water feature, and this is our smallest range. So let's take it apart and I'll show you how to plumb it in, get it fitted, get the light, and then we'll even put the fire kit on top as well. Okay, you can see we've turned it on and there's such a nice flow. It's perfectly even, so that's the levelling when you put the base in to get that even flow around the whole thing. And you see the way the water just drips down really nicely. So these are perfect on patios or near decking or anywhere where you want to be close up, because you don't want a big noisy pump. So this is quite a small pump. You see it's just rippling the water. It's like a really nice rippling effect, rather than when that one was back on in the start of the video. That's more of a commercial pump, so that's for something that maybe in a courtyard where you're a bit further away, or somewhere where you're not going to be right next to it. Even with the new mag driven pumps, they're very efficient, they're very quiet, but something like that, just the power of it is going to make a bit of a noise, so you don't want that if you're sat on the decking to relax. Whereas this, really you can just hear a trickle of water, that's all you can hear. Beautiful. Birds are going to love it, they're going to come down and play in it. It's just gorgeous. So really, really nice feature. I've set this one up typically with a bottom. You can decorate this, so I like to use nice pebbles, and some you can see you can use darker pebbles, or you can use kind of nice Scottish kind of river cobbles and pebbles. You can decorate this, you can even plant in it, you can use nice big rocks to create and hide this base and really build it into your garden. So that's the whole plan, is to blend this seamlessly into your garden. Right, okay, so now you've seen it just the regular fountain. Let's go add on the fire add-on and I'll show you what that looks like as well. Okay, so I've added the fire add-on to the top. You can see it comes with a lovely little lid, so actually it looks really nice just having this add-on anyway. So this is almost like a wick. It's a special material, it soaks up this citronella. So this is just fuel for the fire. And it lasts a long time, this stuff as well, so you can leave it on. So let's give this a light and I'll show you what it looks like with the fire and the water. Okay, so you can see now we've lit it. So this is part of our water and fire range. So you still see the water still flowing as normal. You can see it rippling over this stacked slate. Still looks absolutely beautiful. But right now we've got the fire as well. So that is, it's a little bit windy now because we're still in winter, even though it's quite bright now. So you can see really the flame would be quite still. So imagine this on a nice still evening. You're going to have the light, you're going to have the water. We even do illumination packages as well. So the one I'm fitting this next week is going to have lights all around as well, lighting this up, and it's going to have a light in the top as well that's going to illuminate the top. So if you want to take the fire bit off, if you don't think you're going to use the fire certain nights, you can actually take that out completely. It's very easy to remove. Store that away somewhere safe and just enjoy the bubbling, rippling effect of the water with a nice LED colour changing light underneath. And you've got a remote control, so even from inside your house you can turn that on, you can turn it off, you can change the colours. So it's really, really beautiful, versatile thing to have in your garden. So we do 3 types of urns and spheres as well. They come in different varieties. This is the stacked slate. That's the scalloped, so you can see the scallops as well. That's a medium scallop behind me. Large stacked slate is behind me as well there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this down and I'm going to put up a rippled urn as well. They look really cool. Slightly different effect. Still all the same accessories you can use, still the same basin. I'll go show you what a rippled one looks like. They're awesome as well. So here's one I made earlier. So this is one that's just prepared over there. Like I said, they're really easy to interchange. You don't often need to, but just because they use the same basin, they're very similar in terms of how it works with the plumbing and the pump. So really easy for me to get this one and transfer it from the stacked slate into this small rippled urn as well. So slightly different look, different feel, slightly different colour. So really you want to match the style of your garden and your planting to fit with the products you'd want in. So let's turn this one on and I'll show you the slight differences. Now we swapped it for the small rippled urn. So previously we had the stacked slate urn, which was a little bit more rugged. This is slightly smoother, so you get a lovely even flow of water again. Kind of a nice coat of water all the way around, which looks lovely in the light. You can see it shimmering. But this one's slightly smoother. I'd say the slate's a little bit more rugged when you look at the kind of the way the water flows over it. So this is slightly smoother, still lovely bubbling, rippling effect from the top. So you're getting that sound of bubbling water. Obviously the base is going to be hidden again, it's going to be nicely planted and decorated in the garden. So this is another really nice feature if you don't like the slate, or if you just want something slightly different for your garden that suit that style. Then the rippled and the scalloped urn as well are 2 really, really good choices out of the 3 that we've got. As well as the spheres, we've got spillway bowls as well. So there's so many different types of fountains, but this is just a little insight into the different types of urn fountains we've got. Again, these are the small variety, so all these are the small ones with the Aqua Basin 30. You're going to go for something behind, like one of these really large, kind of a metre tall plus large ones. Then we're talking something slightly bigger underground, slightly bigger reservoir, slightly bigger pump. But they're more for to be viewed from a distance. So the larger ones for a distance. These small and the medium are great for by the decking, by your patio, where you spend your time. even on walkways. So you see, I'll put the fire on this one as well, the fire topper, and you'll see, imagine a couple of those in an entrance way or a walkway. Really, really nice feature. So really excited about these new products. Thank you so much for watching this video. It's been a real pleasure to talk you through some of the fountains we've got, the different sizes, the different styles, variations and add-ons and everything. So I hope you've had fun and you've learned something. I've had a lot of fun playing in the sandpit, as I always do. But it's time to get back to work and fitting some of these into real gardens. Hope to see you again soon. If you don't like us already on Facebook, Yorkshire Aquascapes, we've got Instagram as well, and just set up a YouTube channel. So hopefully you'll see lots more footage. Give us a like, give us a follow, and can't wait to see you next time.